Middle Tennessee State takes on Army. 1:30 p.m. Eastern kickoff on September 5th at West Point. The Black Knights of Army are the 3-point favorite. Totals 55 flat. The Blue Raiders of Middle Tennessee are plus $1.35 for some money line cash. And if you like the Raiders to cover the 3, they're catching even money to get the job done against the number. I'm 3-0 in my last 3 NBA tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. I'm also 8-1 in my last 9 NBA tier package plays in that same category as well. For more information on how you can access these exclusive premium sports picks, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, Army's averaged 47 points per contest in their final 3 games of 2019, throwing out the Army-Navy game, of course. They also successfully covered the point spread in 3 out of their final 5 ball games. They're coming off a season where they ranked in the top 3 in rush yards per game, top 15 in offensive time of possession. Really known for eating up the clock, obviously related to how much they run. The Black Knights are 6-3 straight up in their last 9 Week 1 season openers over the past decade. They're also 16-2 straight up in their last 18 at Blake Field. This Army defense also finished the season in the top 5 in pass yards allowed per game, top 35 in fewest points allowed per game at home. And because this Army offense runs so much, the defense typically finds themselves very well rested. They ranked in the top 3 in defensive time of possession at home last season. Now, the Raiders on the other side closed out 2019 losing 3 out of their final 4 games, giving up 30 points per contest during that stretch. The Raiders have lost their last 7 straight road games, and they were one of the worst teams in Division I in offensive time of possession. And even worse than that, this MTSU offense averaged less than 19 points per contest away from home last season. Now, total-wise, 2 out of Army's last 3 ball games stayed under the posted total. This Army defense also gave up less than 20 points per contest at home last season. They saw 5 out of their final 8 contests last year stay under the number as well. So with all that said and done, give me the Army Black Knights -3 and the under 55 in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for college football week 1, 2020. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you once again that we are 3-0 in our last 3 NBA tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. We're also 8-1 in our last 9 NBA tier package plays on that site as well. If you want some more information on how you can join in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And moving on, we are going to take a look at the Arkansas State, not on the board, but anyway, Arkansas State taking on Memphis, 8 p.m. Eastern kickoff at the Liberty Bowl, and that's going to be on September 5th. The Tigers are the 19-point favorite, total 74. Arkansas State is plus $6 for an upset win. And if you like Ark State, the cover here, they're minus $1.10, catching the 19. Now, the Wolves suffered losses to the likes of South Alabama, UL Lafayette, and Georgia State last season. They gave up nearly 35 points a game and ranked nearly 120th in the country in rushing yards allowed per game. Ark State's failed to cover the number in 4 out of their last 5 head-to-head meetings with the Tigers. They've also lost 6 out of their last 7 head-to-head meetings with Memphis as well. The Tigers, on the other side, will have to go to work without star running back Kenneth Gainwell. He is opting out of the season due to COVID. Having said that, though, these guys have a ton of weapons, and this Memphis offense should be able to roll. These guys are coming fresh off a bowl game with Penn State where they put up 39 points on the Nittany Lions, easily one of the better defenses in the entire country. And, throwing out that bowl game, the Tigers had won their final 7 straight to close out the season. They averaged 43 points per contest during that stretch. They've also won their last 8 straight at home, and they ranked in the top 10 in the country last season in points on average per game. They also finished in the top 20 in passing yards per game and in the top 10 in yards per play on average. Now, total-wise, 7 out of the Tigers' last 10 contests all got over the number. 4 out of the Tigers' last 5 games versus the Sun Belt got over the line as well. Meanwhile, Ark State saw 2 out of their final 3 games of 2019 get over the number themselves. Give me the Memphis Tigers minus 19 and the over 74 in that contest. And with that, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup for the show. And that's another one, for some reason, is not on our board, but that is going to be BYU taking on Navy, 8 p.m. Eastern start time in Annapolis. And that game's going to kick off on September 7th, which is a Monday. Now, the Cougars of BYU are the 2-point favorite on the road here. Total's 51 and a hook. And if you like the midshipmen in an upset at home here, they're plus 105 for some money line cash. Navy's gone 7-0 straight up in their last handful of games at home. They've also covered the number in their final 4 straight games of the 2019 season, 80% against the spread in their last 10. Navy beat the likes of Kansas State, Army, and Houston last season. They also finished their 2019 campaign in the top 3 in the country in rush yards per game. They were also in the top 10 in offensive time of possession. That Navy defense also gave up just 24 total points in their final 2 games of the 2019 season. This team finished in the top 25 in points allowed at home. They're taking on a BYU squad who failed to cover the point spread in their last 5 straight road games. They've also failed to cover the number in their last 7 straight when laying the points. They lost to the likes of Hawaii and San Diego State to close out last season, finished the year with 2 losses. They also suffered losses to the likes of USF and Toledo, and other notable failures to cover for the Cougs were against UMass, Idaho State, and Liberty. So this is certainly going to be a tough road trip for BYU. Now, total-wise, 4 out of the Cougars' last 6 games against the AAC stayed under the posted total. The Cougars also saw 3 out of their final 5 games of 2019 stay under the number as well, and that includes a 13-3 snooze fest against the San Diego State Aztecs. I actually watched that whole game. Meanwhile, Navy on the other side saw 3 out of their last 4 games stay under the line themselves. Give me the Underdog Navy midshipmen plus 2 and the under 51.5 in that game. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you guys decide to sign up for a package here today, just keep in mind we bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.